Morning, Mrs. B.
Oh, where did you spring from?
I've been down to Village Hall.
Since when?
Well, I went down about an hour ago. I thought I'd make an early start.
Oh, I thought you were still asleep. I was just about to go and shout you, tell you your breakfast was ready.
No, I've just come back with my mobile.
Oh, well, while you're here, you might as well have something to eat.
Aye. Why not?
Be on the table in 2 ticks.
Didn't hear you get up.
I couldn't get to sleep, so I came down here. I didn't want to disturb you.
I didn't sleep too well myself. She'll be all right, you know.
In a children's home.
It's only temporary.
She was so settled here.
We made the right decision.
And why do I feel so wretched?
You heard what Bill said. She'll understand one day.
I'm not sure I will.
You certainly put a smile on Bob's face yesterday. Did I? Oh, yes. It was the life and soul all evening.
Did he say anything about me?
Just that you had a good laugh.
Yeah, we did.
Then why do you look so miserable?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose I'm confused.
Why?
Well, we had a lovely day, we really did, and it was just like it used to be between us, but I was hoping we might, you know...
Resume full marital relations.
I invited him round after work, but he said he didn't want to rush things.
You can't blame him for being cautious.
But I want him back.
Patience, Viv. It's a virtue, apparently.
Alan, I can't believe she let Steph stay the night. As soon as she came out of that room, she should have been on her bike.
You didn't hear what she said.
I got your message, so Steph finally left her room.
Yes.
Did she appear contrite?
Look, I'm the last person to be convinced, but yeah, she seemed genuine.
Oh, don't be so naive, Nicola. It would have been an act.
I've never seen her like that before, Dad. She was really sweet and thoughtful. She practically begged me to forgive her.
She is a very crafty and manipulative woman. She is not to be trusted. I'm sorry, Alan.
I do know my daughter's fault.
Yeah, and you know her better than anyone, right?
I suppose so.
Well, there must be times in the past when she has admitted she was in the wrong and said she was sorry.
Well, there have been. Not many, admittedly, but some.
See? She was really honest with me. She admitted she was jealous of me. And that's one of the reasons she behaved so badly.
Sounds like a very convenient excuse.
I just think we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Don't you agree, Alan?
I'll reserve my judgment until I've spoken to her.
Well, that's the first sensible thing I've heard this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't keep you awake too much last night.
I didn't hear a thing. You having a clear out? Oh, it's stuff I don't wear anymore. I thought Debbie might like to wear it.
You don't think Emily will mind?
Oh, I don't see why she should. In fact, I'm doing her a favour. She has no idea what kids wear these days.
But you're not getting rid of that.
Why not? I haven't worn it for ages.
Because I like it. You wore it the day we went to York races. Brings back happy memories.
Well, all right, then I'll keep it. You big softy.
Come on, we're not going to stay here. They're going to be kissing each other next.
See you later.
Bye. You could have let me know you weren't coming back yesterday afternoon. It was very inconvenient.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's not only the trade we lost. It was my personal life as well. Don't suppose you thought about that, did you?
Sorry.
Anyway, what was so important that you couldn't come back to work?
Hiya.
I'll be in the cafe. Do you think you can manage on your own?
Do you know I don't know how you put up with her? I have to smack her.
That wouldn't solve anything.
I was joking.
You've not heard from social services then?
Why? What's the matter?
I was hoping they'd have been in touch.
Well, I'd rather we sorted stuff out between me and you. I mean, that's why I'm here. I brought these clothes for Debbie, and I wanted to drop them off later on.
You can't. She's not there.
Oh, where is she?
She's back with social services. She doesn't live with me and Paddy anymore.
Why not?
Because it wasn't right for her to carry on living with us.
Hang on, I don't get this. What the hell are you playing at?
It's hard to explain.
Take all the time you want.
Good morning, my sweet.
Hello.
Had half an hour to spare, so I thought I'd pop across for a cafe latte, a slice of something sticky.
Danish pastry or Eccles cake?
Oh, Danish, please. And then perhaps tomorrow we could journey further south for a bite.
Beg your pardon?
How do you fancy a bruschetta, a plate of pasta, and a full-bodied vino rosso?
Is that all I am to you, an excuse to feed your face?
No, I've got the night off. I thought we could go to that Italian Hotton. You know, pretend we're on the banks of the Grand Canal. What do you say, Bella?
I do have more than one appetite, you know. And after yesterday's little picnic, I thought you might like to have satisfied my other needs.
Yeah, well, I can understand how you thought that, but it was a perfect day in every way.
Yes, and a very miserable, rotten, lonely night. It was all there for the taking. You run a mile.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
If I keep going out for meals with you and nothing else, I'm just going to get all fat and frustrated. You can't keep leading me on like this. It just isn't fair.
I do want you, Viv, I do. Yesterday there were moments when I was yearning for you. I was yearning.
Well, why didn't you do something about it?
The drayman's coming. I'm sorry, I promised Anne I'd be there.
Yeah, and?
When you're fostering, you're supposed to stay detached and not get too involved. Well, we were getting too involved, and that's why we did it.
But Debbie was fine. She was happy. That was the whole point of the exercise.
It's more complicated than that.
How? I still don't get it. You're not making any sense.
Well, I can't talk about it if you keep shouting at me.
Oh, sorry. How unreasonable of me. You send the poor kid away and you don't even think to pick up the phone and tell me about it.
There was no need to.
I am a flaming mother.
Well, you weren't that keen on her when she first arrived, were you?
That's got naught to do with this.
I can't say anything else. If you want to know any more, you better talk to Colin.
Oh, don't you worry, I will. I'll have a few things to say about you.
Splendid. I shall see you next week. I'm really looking forward to it. Bye-bye.
You're looking pleased with yourself?
A very good reason to be so.
Are you going to enlighten us?
That was the location manager for a major film company. They're coming here next week to the village to shoot a few scenes. What are you grinning at?
I think you're a bit late there, Eric. April Fool's Day was a couple of weeks back.
I'm being perfectly serious. Be a major boost for the village.
If you say so.
I spoke to the regional arts board last week. They've put out a few feelers and, hey, it's going to happen.
What sort of film is it? A fantasy?
I'm not sure. By this time next week, you might see a few famous faces.
4 o'clock. Thanks, Alan.
Dad tells me Steph wasn't at home.
Well, the door of her room was wide open, so she hasn't gone back into hiding.
Yeah, with any luck, she'll be miles away by now.
Stop being so aggressive.
At one time, it looked as if you two were going to become an item.
That was before she decided to cheat me.
But you were quite fond of her.
Oh. Not anymore. Now she just irritates and annoys me. I don't know why I ever saw her. I'm going to get another.
Methinks he doth protest too much.
How are things coming along?
Not bad. I'm doing as much preliminary work as I can. I mean, that way I'm going to save on labour.
Good.
I mean, once the tiles arrive, I'll get really cracking on, you know. I was on to the supplies again this morning.
I'm sure you were. Look, I don't want you to think that I'm checking up on you.
Never crossed me mind.
Right, well, I'll leave you to get on with things, eh?
Mrs. B,
Yes?
don't worry. I'll not let you down.
The thought never crossed my mind.
I'm having a pint in the Woolly after. I mean, if you're not doing anything, I'd like to buy you a drink.
We'll see.
I couldn't believe it. They've sent Debbie away and she didn't even tell me.
Did she say why they'd done it?
She didn't say anything that made any sense.
Did you give her a chance?
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you're as angry as you are now, she wouldn't have been able to get a word
Well,
in.
of course I'm angry. Do you blame me?
No, but I am a bit surprised. I didn't realise you felt so strongly.
Well, I've got a right to know what's happening to her.
Yes, I know, but try and keep things in perspective. You'll still be able to see Debbie wherever she goes.
Yeah, but they could move her miles away, though.
No, I don't think so.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to ring that social worker and I'm going to find out what's going on.
A her stay a bit longer, see if she really has changed.
Absolutely not.
Well, where else is she going to stay?
Not my problem.
Well, if there's nowhere for her to go, she can stay with me, but only in the short term.
You may come round.
There's not much sign of it.
Oh, I've got to get back to work. I'll see you later.
Eric, I got an invitation this morning to the business awards. Are you going to be there?
Yes, it's my last official engagement as mayor.
Oh, you ought to make the most of it.
Not something I'm looking forward to.
Same again, please, Bob.
Right you are.
Thank you.
Why's that?
It's where Gloria came back into my life a year ago.
Ah, you miss her, don't you?
More than I can say.
I could offer you a replacement.
I'm sorry?
Oh, take no notice of me. Private grief.
Emily! Bill's just phoned me at the surgery. Flipping Charity's phoned the social services demanding to know what's happening with Debbie.
That's what I told her to do.
Yeah, but she... Oh. Oh, well, she's furious, apparently.
I know.
And Bill reckons we should have a meeting.
What sort of meeting?
I don't know. Bill, me, you and Charity over at Home Farm this afternoon.
I can't take any more time off. This is up or go spare.
Well, I think it might be a good idea. Help clear the air a bit.
I don't think I can face it.
But we could tell them why we made the decision.
I tried to do that earlier, but it were no good.
Yeah, but I'll be there this time. I might be able to help.
I don't know.
Let me go and see Viv, see what she says.
Hello, Dad. Hello, Rodney. Thanks for letting me stay here last night, love.
It's none of my doing.
In view of the circumstances, you can stay at the B&B for a few days until you find somewhere else.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm fully booked at the weekend, but it'll give you some breathing space.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Thanks, I really appreciate it.
Better get a move on. Pack your bags.
Well, I'll come back in about an hour, shall I?
All right. I'm sorry my time here had to end like this, Rodney. You've been marvellous to me ever since we met.
You can forget the flattery. It might work with Nicola, but it won't work with me.
I mean it. You're a sweet bloke.
Am I? Is that why you're going to rip me off? Run away and leave me with a pile of bricks?
I regret that, I really do. But old habits die hard, don't they? You know that as well as I do.
Which particular habit are we talking about?
You're like me. You were born with nothing and you've lived your life on your wits. A scam here, a deal there just to survive.
I think I've gone beyond that.
Yes, you have. And I envy you for it. But the damage is done, isn't it?
Damage?
Look at the two of us. The wrong side of 50 and still trying to find someone to warm our toes on at bedtime.
Well, I'm not complaining.
No, because you're stronger than I am. But I realised, sitting up there in that room, that I destroyed a real chance of happiness with you.
Rubbish.
It's because of who we are, the way we've lived our lives. But we were good together, you and me. I'm so sorry I blew it.
I don't know much about these things, but I thought the child was supposed to come first.
That's right, she does.
Right, so then what have Emily's so-called feelings got to do with it?
Charity, try and calm down.
Maybe we should wait till Paddy and Emily get here.
I don't even know how they're coming. They've washed their hands of her, haven't they?
Emily had to make a very difficult decision, and it's one we understand.
Oh, more than I do.
She started feeling as though she was Debbie's real mother, and that meant she couldn't function properly as a foster carer.
You mean she couldn't hack it?
Paddy, Emily, come in.
That's not fair, what she just said.
She couldn't handle the situation, so the poor kid has to suffer. How selfish is that?
What? Selfish? You've no right to call her that. You of all people.
After what she's done, I'll call her what I damn well like.
I think I owe you an explanation.
I'm not sure I'm interested.
Now, please, Viv, come on, hear me out.
What is there to say? And I thought we were getting back together. You obviously not bothered.
But I am. It's what I want more than anything.
Then why do you keep running away from me?
When I'm close to you, and I look into your eyes, and I smell your perfume, and I notice the luscious softness of your lips as though for the very first time, I long to take you in my arms and kiss you until we both gasp for air.
Then why don't you?
Because at that very moment, a figure appears in my mind, grinning smugly, and my image of perfect joy just crumbles to dust.
What are you talking about?
He wears a peaked cap and leather driving gloves and a slightly shabby uniform. But he's young and he's virile and he's pleasuring you in the backseat of a flaming limo.
No!
I try to blank him out of my mind, but I can't. He's like a stain that I can't remove.
Well, let me help you rub it out.
Not yet. I need more time, Viv. Sorry.
I'm not blaming you, but remember how you treated Debbie when she found out you were a mum? She was thrilled to bits, and you didn't want anything to do with her.
It's all right, Emily. You don't have to justify yourself.
No, I do, because what she's saying ain't fair. If Debbie had wanted my love the way she wanted yours, I'd have been overjoyed.
So you are blaming me?
No, I don't think so.
She spent last night in some filthy kids' zone because of you.
She's been well looked after in a perfectly good residential centre.
Well, she didn't have to be.
Charity, do you never listen? We had no choice.
Yes, she did. She could have stayed here with me.
What?
Pint of bitter for me, Diane, and port and lemon.
Yes, please.
Right you are.
You realise it's a bit early for me.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
Well, I thought I had a fiver in here, but I bought some bits and bobs for the larder yesterday. Take, Diane, you'll have to all those drinks, love.
Oh, for goodness sake, I can buy you a pint.
No, I invited you here, Edna.
Am I getting these drinks or what?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
There's no need to be.
You're a diamond, Mrs. B.
I don't want her being passed around all her life. She needs to be settled.
And you're prepared to take responsibility for her? And have her living here with you?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
What about your husband?
He's in Otten. He won't be back till later.
Don't you want to discuss it with him first?
No. He'll support me. He's very fond of Debbie.
In that case, I'll put the wheels in motion.
Right, well, the sooner the better.
Right. I think we're done here.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you two for coming along. And for everything you've done for Debbie.
That's all right.
Let's go away.
Well, that was quite a surprise.
Well, I didn't plan on saying that. It just sort of came out.
And you're absolutely sure about Chris?
Well, you know how he feels about Debbie.
If he knew who her father was, he might change his opinion.
Well, Kane don't know, so why should Chris? They are never going to find out, neither of them. It's not a problem.
Are you all ready?
Yeah, all packed.
Right, well, let's go then.
Goodbye, Rodney. Thanks for everything. And I really am sorry that it had to end like this.
Put the bags down.
What?
I must have taken leave of my senses.
What my dad's trying to say is, you don't have to leave. Isn't that right?
I'm prepared to give it one more try.
It's okay. You don't have to say this. There's no need to feel guilty.
That's not why he's asking. We both want you to stay.
I don't want your pity.
Maybe you're right. We are two of a kind. We ought to be able to work something out.
We will. I know it. Come on, Dad.
see.
I'd better get the tea started.
No, you sit down there, I'll do it.
Are you sure?
What's the least I can do, isn't it? Eh? In fact, why don't you have another glass of port while I get on, eh?
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Well, if I can't buy you one, at least let me pour you one.
Go on, then.
It'll do you good.
Do you know, my son used to do that when he was quite little after Sunday lunch.
Happy days, eh?
My favourite time of the week. Sometimes we'd have a game of dominoes after.
5s and 3s.
That was our favourite. Thank you.
Hey, where do they go, eh? Times like that.
People drift apart, don't they?
Yeah, more's the pity.
And when they do get together, it's just all too easy to put the television on and sit staring at it.
That's one of the reasons I've enjoyed staying here. And when we come in, you know, we sit down, have a meal, bit of a natter.
Me too.
Hey, I don't suppose you got any dominoes here, have you?
There should be some in that bureau.
And you can wait for your tea, can't you?
Why not?
Paddy and Emily have got too involved and they can't look after her anymore. So that means she's in a children's home and then she'll be with new foster carers, and it's not fair on the poor kids. So I said that she could live here.
But not so long ago, you didn't even want to give up a room for her.
I know, but I've changed my mind.
What? You wanted her to live here permanently?
Yeah. And I said that you wouldn't mind. Do you?
You sure it's what you want?
Well, I've got used to having her around. And I like her. I want to get to know her.
You do understand what you're taking on.
Probably not, no. But, Chris, it is what I want.
Well, in that case, I'm delighted.
Do you mean it?
Yeah. She's a smashing kid. She belongs here, with you.
Well, with both of us.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
Hey, you don't have to thank me. I love you.
I love you.